You run to a life transforming experience as Pastor Prince Abah brings you God's Word with deep insight and power. God bless you.
We hear more of this kind of truth, we can change the whole of Ebonyi State. And I want to let you know, I've started that course. I'm pioneering this. You see, this is a boy where people value more of fake meetings where they tell you lies, prophesy all kinds of madness into people's head, arrange tortoise and they tell you it's what your mother buried, arrange kinds of chat. Can you get me a better mic? That's the trend in the city. We are going to write that trend. We're going to change it. That's why I had to go out of my way to pull these people here. You see Dr. Kalu, you see Dr. Charlie, these are one of the most highly sought after people in the world now. When Dr. Kalu comes, you will hear more of his profile. You see him sitting there humble, you think this man is in charge of 500 million people in the world are under his policy. That's how serious he is. That's the chairman of the African Union's 6th region. And he found time to be here. And you heard about Dr. Charlie. So you know why I'm paying the price now for the emergence of a new boy. In every sector, politically, you won't have any charlatan in government again. Economically, you won't have people who don't have what it takes to do business again. You won't have mediocres. This state is taking a new leaf. Is somebody hearing what I'm saying? That's the new order now. The new era of prophecy is the one we're going to be opening your eyes. Joel chapter 2 verse 28 says, in the last days, I'll pour my spirit upon all flesh. It says, your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see vision. That's what the last day is all about. We don't need charlatans anywhere anymore. We need entrepreneurs with vision. We need politicians with vision. We need young men and women who will change Africa, who will change Nigeria, and change Ebonyi State. That's the era we're entering now. I was just telling him a few minutes ago, tomorrow's service, I'm not sure we're even going to have, even if we have tomorrow's service, I'm not sure I'm going to be there, because I want to get a few leaders. I'm going to have to sit with Dr. Kalu and Dr. Charlie, and then, you see, I want them to pour their hearts. There are some deep things they do, they can't even do here. I wish we even have a whole week for this, but they are going to come back again. They'll come back. They'll come back. See how cobwebs are leaving people's head. Even me, who is sitting down, if you see the kind of cobwebs leaving my head, you don't change a problem by criticizing the problem. The solution to a problem is inside the problem. That's a powerful thing. That statement is powerful. Right here where you are sitting, the solution to turn this state around is here now. It's here right now. It's here right now. Thank you, ma, again and again. Thank you, ma, again. Let's give her one more big God bless you. So I'm going to encourage you to sit tight. Tomorrow is, amazingly, we just have 2 days. We're test running this. We're going to have a full-fledged structure for this meeting, and then maybe yearly we'll be paying the price to bring them. And other people who are coming, who will be coming to help us out here. So make sure even tomorrow you get more people to come and get the bottom pot. And then tomorrow morning, maybe by the time Dr. Kalu is through, we'll find out if we can have a morning session just for few leaders. I don't even want the church service thing. Even if church service holds, they can do that. People who like religion should do religion. But people who want to move from religion now into practical things, into solution-driven things. You have to meet us somewhere tomorrow. Maybe we'll find a smaller conference room, maybe a hotel or anywhere, and allow these men pour their lives. They can't come all the way and then go back without emptying themselves. So if we're in agreement, just a few, we're not going to make it so much, maybe 20 to 30 to 50. And Dr. Kalu actually likes that small group stuff. That's where he performs better. He takes time and drills and drills and drills and all that. The first time I heard Dr. Charlie, I knew I had not started. Why? And then it was that day you were teaching on vision. Yes. She was training the entire Central Executive Council of, Dominion City. And then she took on some powerful things. That was the day I knew there's a difference between vision statement and vision. She called one man we revere so much. I mean, the man has been there for years, doing exploit everywhere. And then she asked him, what's the vision of your mandate, your ministry? And he wrote it down. He said, what's the vision statement? He said, this is the vision statement, man. He said, no way. He said, there's a difference between vision and vision statement. Now, when she began to explain the difference, my feet couldn't take it. And not just that she explained the difference between the two, she began to explain every word inside the vision. Every single word in your vision statement has a meaning. It connotes something. That was the day I began to pursue them. I said, whatever it will take to get these people come here and empty themselves, I'll pay the price for it. And thank God you came here. Thank God you came here. Tomorrow, I'm going to have the privilege of sharing some truth with you. In just maybe 10 minutes or 20 minutes, I'll show you how to develop a society. There are 7 stages of development. I'm going to trust God to be able to do that. But you see, in this, I'm also a student. These are my teachers. So if God permits me, I'll take 20 minutes and share a few things I've learned. There's a way to build a nation. There's a way to build people. It's not Bubu Yaya that abuse people. It's not I see that abuse people. Is somebody hearing what I'm saying? Africa needs more than I see now. They need more of strategic planning, more of strategic thinking, more of strategic working. They need more of that. Thank you again. And thank you again. Please, I don't know if I should allow you bring up Doc, but just in a few minutes, let's hear Doc's citation. Then we can call him up. Put up Doc's citation and let's read a little about it. No, you have to. You have to come. Just a little bit to know who Doc is. Please put it up and then let him read it.
A round of applause for Dr. Charlie Lemasi. Madam, your teachings are mind-blowing. In fact, my mind is already changing. I don't know about you. You don't have a witness. A round of applause for her once again. All right. Let's take, in a short while, we're having Dr. Macaulay Onyekachi Obasi Carlo on stage. But before then, let's take his citation. Dr. Macaulay Onyekachi Obasi Carlo was born in Abah State, Nigeria, West Africa. And grew in Europe. In his academic pursuit, Dr. Carlo has several academic achievements and is also a recipient of numerous leadership awards. His first degree is in business management, and he has been a minister of the gospel for more than 20 years. He holds a doctorate in divinity. Dr. Carlo has facilitated the 6th region process of the African Union for more than 20 years. He is an elected policy advisor on diaspora affairs for the Americans to the African Union Commission. He plays a significant role in both the political arena and civil service sector as the chairman of the African Union 6th region, Canada, with a mandate to bring peace and unity to our community through the message of love. He is a mastermind to many successful business and sits on several boards, and he is the proud father of 5 wonderful children. Dr. Carlo is a member of the Greek Sports Federation, chairing the African Athletic and Gymnastic Council, appointed as the Secretary General for the Council of international churches in the Netherlands. Motivational speaker, conflict resolution expert, lectures, teaches, and preaches around the world. Community and leadership development expert for coaches and mentors. President of Global Africa Media Magazine. Advisor to the Toronto District School Board East Region. Federal founder and president of Parents Advocacy Consultancy Service Canada. CEO of G12 Group Incorporated. A leadership and business management firm in Canada. President of Kingdom Leadership and Empowerment Ministries. International facilitator and the chairman of the African Union 6th Region, Canada. An organization representing all people of Africa descent in Canada. Dr. Carlo's passion is to see the human race, especially people of African descent, be united as one. He emphasizes the importance of self-love in order to be able to love one another as ourselves. As chairman of the African Union 6th Region, Canada, Dr. Carlo explains the history and purpose of the African Union and the diaspora, the future and potential of Africa, and how they are facilitating transformation in the areas of employment, education, entrepreneurship, engagement, and more, through seeking partnership and trade with the rest of the world. Dr. Carlo believes that life began in Africa. So therefore, one way or another, we are all connected. God himself, being love, connect all of us through love. When we respect and understand love, there will be a lot of peace and unity in the world. Through love begins within. If you appreciate and love yourself, it is a natural process for you to love other people. You don't learn to love people. You just do, because that is who you are. Dr. Carlo will be speaking live at the mind-blowing, mind shift and culture change.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Dr. Carlo Macaulay as he comes up. Please keep giving a round of applause until we have him. If you want to shout, shout. It's part of it. Let's give him an boy. Welcome. God bless you, Doc. Thank you for coming. We can't appreciate you enough, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. I was really wondering, who were they talking about? Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Wow. I don't know where he got all this. I was wondering. I was telling him, you don't need to say it. I'm just one of you. You know, I don't know why we have to read all that. But I guess this is one of the reasons why this event is important, because it's to show you what there is no limit to how far you can go in life. Did you hear what I just said? I mean, sometimes when people say to me, oh, can I get your bio and all that, I said, there's no book that will be enough to write all the work that I've been doing in my life. You can't, because I never stop. I never stop studying. I never stop, doing things. I never stop creating, because who I came from is a creator. And so living the life of my source is who I am. You just do, because that's who you are. So, but before I proceed, I just want to appreciate our brother, Pastor Dr. Prince Abah. Please, can you give him a round of applause? I can tell you, you will not have an idea or a clue what it took him to have us here. You will not understand. Please, can you appreciate this man? You know, whenever I think about what he's doing, my body begins to shake sometimes. I'm like, how can somebody love his community like this? He loved Ebony so much. And he's willing to give his life for it. I wish everybody would be like this. You see, one of the greatest things about life is for you to prepare for an opportunity before it comes. Don't look for an opportunity, because if you're not prepared, it will come and you will not know when it came. Did you hear what I said? I said if you're busy looking for opportunity without preparation for an opportunity, you will see the opportunity come. You will not notice it because you were not prepared for it. It is only the opportunity that you prepared for you will identify. Did you hear what I said? I say it is the opportunity you prepared for, you will identify. Let me say that again. The opportunity you prepared for, you will identify. See, when you're going to take exam, don't you prepare for the exam? Hello? Hello? And when you did not prepare so well and the exam comes, do you do very well? No. So, once again, I want to appreciate the organizers, the leaders of this project, whoever that helped to make this happen, that supported our brother. You know, there is something, the power of network. Your network is your net worth. Who you know is powerful. Sometimes people are looking for money. No. It's to know the right people. When you're privileged to be connected with the right people, everything you need is within your network. If he was not connected with the person that know me, I would not be here. It doesn't matter what. Because there are certain people that have influence in your life beyond money. Did you hear what I just said? There is a place I could have been now where they will pay me much more money, a lot of money. But because of relationship and network, I'm here. We actually left the conference. We were part of the conference, that we are actually part of the initiators of this conference in Abuja. It's not finished. It's finishing today, but we left it to come here. So, you might not understand the miracle that God has made for you, or what God is doing for you to be sitting here today. Whoever that invited you, please, when you see them, thank them for inviting you. Hello? Did you hear what I said? Whoever that invited you, when you see them, thank them. Ịmana onye ahụ gwara gị na gị bịa nzukọ a. Ịhụ ya, sị kelee ya. Ịhụ ya, kelee ya ọfụma. And I did that to let you know that I'm one of you. I wanted you to look at the person next to you and say, I'm glad you're here. You see, when I say something to do, I'm not joking. Hello? When I say to do something, you do it. If you don't want to do it, you don't need to be here. Hello? Because every instruction you obeyed attracts the next level of your promotion and miracle. Because the words that we speak are spirits. Hello? and spirit creates formation of a being. So if I say something and you don't understand to act on it, you see, you grow up hearing that knowledge is power. How many of you have heard that? You've heard about knowledge is power. That's what I heard growing up. And I thought, that's it. But when I started living a life and studying, I realized that knowledge is not really power, but application of knowledge is power. Hello? When you apply what you know, you give life to it, and then you see success and result. But when you know a lot, that's why a lot of professors are not the richest people in the world. I appreciate professors, I appreciate teachers. But it's not just teaching. Teach and go and apply it. Hello? You can have all the PhDs in the world, but if you're not applying what you've learned, it doesn't do you any good. So apply knowledge. So when I give an instruction, because I lecture, I teach. So when I give an instruction, I also expect you to obey, to do it, so that your process of miracle will be complete. Am I communicating? Am I communicating? So I want to thank every leader and everybody, young and old, that are here. Don't ever think that you are too small to be great. Did you hear what I just said? Don't ever think that you are too small to be great. Because greatness is inside smallness. Everything that became great started small. Am I communicating? And to be successful means to have successors. Success is not determined on what you have achieved. Success is determined by the impact that you made on other people that makes what you've achieved to continue even after you're gone. The source from which you came is a source of generational, what we call legacy building. God is a God of generational relationship. Even up to 1,000 generations. So which means that your impact right now could go for 1,000 generations. Anybody that has ever lived and was not remembered, even the first 7 generations of his life has not lived. Did you hear what I just said? Anybody that you know that has lived and is not making impact, even for the first immediate 7 generations, has not lived. Because the essence of your living is based on what you'll be remembered about. The question is, what do you want to be remembered? Why are you here? Who are you? And that brings us to the point that once again, you've heard it. Please put our hands together for our dear sister for a job well done, Dr. Charlie. You know, what she's telling you, one of the things that we love doing is being in a situation, an opportunity where we work with people. I don't like the aspect of just lecturing or teaching or whatever. We like to work with people to achieve physical, practical results. That's the way, to me, that's the only way that it works. You know, the things that I do with the African Union as a policy officer, you know, there are what we call best practices. God said there is nothing new under the sun. What you don't know that is existing, that's why we say what you don't know is older than you. Have you heard that before? What you don't know is what? is older than you. When you know it, it's become your age mate. What you don't know is older than you. And so a lot of people, my impact is based on the fact that when I present things, when it comes to policy, I present practical things that works. And because I have evidence that it can work, that's why I love pilots, doing pilot projects, pilot programs. Because once it's working, you don't have a debate or argument when you present it to your leaders. Because it's dumb for them to argue it. We don't live in a world of just concept. Because if that concept is not tested and proved, what good is it? But when a concept is tested and proven, you don't argue it. Do you argue that you exist? Hello? Are you here? Do you argue that you exist? What if I can prove to you that you don't exist? Do you want me to try? The point about life is that you are not who you think you are. You are not the body that you are wearing right now. You are not. And I can prove it. You are the same person that came into this world. Like a baby. It was a spirit that came through a baby. That became 1 year old. The same spirit he didn't grow old. It's the same spirit that came in the life of a baby, became 10 years, became 20. It's the same. It's the same spirit. The same spirit, that life that came into that baby never grew old. But your body is changing and you think that's who you are. No, that's not who you are. You are that spirit that was born, that came as a baby. It's the same spirit that will become 100, but that spirit will continue to live. It will not die. Because spirits never die. Are you understanding me? You are not who you think you are. You are not your body. You are a spirit having a human experience. Did you hear what I just said? I said you are a spirit having what? You are not a human having a spirit experience. It doesn't work that way. It is the spiritual realm that controls the physical realm. So can you see that I can prove that you're not who you think you are? You're not. You're not your age. You're not your body. Do you know that when you weigh somebody when they're alive, if you weigh their weight, and weigh them when they are dead, the same time, they will weigh the same. Somebody is dead, you weigh them. Immediately they are dead. You weigh them before they die, maybe they were in the hospital, they were weighed. You know, they do all those things. And they weigh them. When that person dies, you put them in a scale and weigh them. They weigh exactly the same thing. But what's the difference? Wouldn't you think that when that person is alive, he's alive, he's heavy, or whatever. But he died, you weigh them, they are weighing the same. But this person is now dead. But this dead person and the person who was alive had the same weight. What happened? It's the fact that that body is not the person. The real weight is the spirit that has left the person. You are not who you think you are. You need to understand who you are by going back to your original source. You are a spirit. And the confusion so many of us are having is that you came from somewhere. You came from somewhere into a place called nowhere. Because your spirit came to a new place that is giving an assignment to continue creation ability, because the source by which you came created the place that you came. And then because you came from a place of the person that created things, the place where you came from was a very beautiful place. The abode and the place of God. That place is so beautiful that when you came here, because you're a spirit, If you're a spirit, you came through a spirit. And because you came through a spirit, you came to now a physical world. And it's the spirit that made the world. Remember, when God made everything, he said it was good. But something happened to what was good. That's why when you now came, you got confused. Because the idea and the plans of where you're coming from was different and beautiful from what you see now. Now, all that your system is trying to do is to allocate and find that place. So you are confused. That's why human beings are constantly trying to find something new. They want a better life, a better days. You are searching something good and new because you came from somewhere so good and you're not finding that thing here. That's why we change houses. That's why we want to move to another country. If we hear that somewhere is better, somewhere is good, that's why so many of you are thinking you want to go to Canada. But it's human beings that built it. Hello? You want to go to a place that looks good because your spirit came from a place that looks good. And because of who you are, you're trying to identify. Am I communicating? You know, young people, I know that you might be tired. I even heard somebody say, I'm hungry. I heard it. But I can tell you that the best food you can eat, okay, you're going to get food. You'll go home, whether or here or anywhere, you'll get food. But I can tell you that this is the best food that you can have for your life. It might sound like a big sacrifice. It might sound like it's a hard, but you might not understand what you're receiving right now, or you might not understand. You know, one of the funny part of life is that, you know, I don't know why human beings in the human side, because that's why I said we don't know who we are, right? Because we like to be deceived. You know, you hear they say fake it till you make it. There is nothing like that. Anything you got out of faking it will also go by faking. Because what is not original is not original. You need to allow who you think you are match with who you really are. Did you hear what I just said? I said allow who you think you are to align with who you really are. Because the challenge you're going to have in life is that when who you think you are is in conflict with who you are, then there is a confusion. Because it's not aligning. You're thinking something else and you are not behaving to be that person you're thinking. Am I communicating? Because if you're not aligning yourself with who you're thinking, you see, it's not what you were thinking in the past that is making you. You are the product of what you're thinking now. Am I communicating? You know, I used to, you know, go places and I say, maybe this is tough or this is deep. No. Because we are still being, I'm not speaking to people I'm seeing here. I'm speaking to spirits that I see. Because spirits talk to spirit. And so if you know that you're a spirit, you are hearing me right now. Am I communicating? Spirits hear spirits. And I can tell you, don't corrupt your spirit with a fake spirit. There are fake spirits. Even though all of them come from the same source. Because it's out of disobedience that we have the fake spirits. Hello? Waiting for eternal punishment. And because they are fake spirits, and spirits don't die, but they can be tormented. Hello? They don't die. So the fake spirits that were disobedient are going to be tormented forever. Some are already receiving their torment right now. So don't join the bandwagon of fake spirits, trying to fake it to make it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Trying to fake it to make it. Because anything you fake to make it will disappoint you. What you were hearing earlier was the power of your thinking, which is exactly who you are. As a man thinketh, so is he. So you need to come to a place where you understand that you are a spirit and you came from a beautiful place. The place where the source of your existence, of your creation came from. God. And I normally do exercises and all that, so we don't have all that time. All I'm doing is an introduction, okay? So that, some of you are tired, you can go home and do other things, and tomorrow we'll continue. Well, all I want to say is this, as you heard, because I was like, okay, what else am I supposed to speak? Because you heard everything. Even some of I don't know where you guys pulled that. I don't know. Are you the one that gave them this? Because I'm like, where did they get all that? But you've heard a lot. Already you get the summary. That the essence of life, nothing exists in life than who you are. Which means the real you is called love. The reason why, do you know that one thing that every human being is looking for is to be loved? All that you're looking for. If you live on this earth and you don't find somebody that loves you or you can love, you are miserable. The most powerful thing on earth that helps creativity in life is love. All the greatest people that produce greatest result, from Einstein to Abraham Lincoln, to all the great people, we've done research, we have a list of all the great people on earth. What inspired them was because they were in love. And because they also fell in love with themselves. You cannot love somebody when you don't love yourself. You see, we have one of the greatest commandments, say, love your neighbor as what? But because we don't understand it, we go looking for who to love. You can never love beyond the way you love yourself. Hello? It doesn't matter what you try to do. You will never love beyond the way you love yourself. Do you know that a man or woman that love themselves, that love to take care of themselves, that love good things, when you talk about community, I used to laugh. I find it funny because we talk about community and we think that community is just a group of people. And people forget that community is them. Because you are part of the community. You are the one that made community. It's families that make community. You are the community. So when somebody cannot throw their garbage on their bed, cannot throw their garbage or pee by the side of their bed, and you find the person going in the so-called community, in the public, and they are peeing, you think something is right. Because what you produce is what you are inside. It's just the opportunity have not arrived for you to do it, for you to show what you are inside. As a man thinketh, so is he. He said you don't receive because you ask amiss. You ask according to your heart desires. You're not asking according to real you. You're asking based on what you see around you, which is not you. You're desiring something that is not you. That's why there is origin. When you were sent here to be given a body, you were sent here on assignment. Oh, God. Do you know that when you watch a movie, the movie you were watching were already produced? Hello? The producer knows the end of the movie before you went to watch that. Hello? So, if it's a motion movie or whatever, and you're watching it and you're moving and you're shaking and the producer is relaxed because he knows the end. And the writer of the script know the characters of the movie. When he wanted to act it, he knew who the characters would be. And so when it was the turn of the particular character to come, he came on stage and performed. His whole script had been given to him what to do before he came there. Now you might see him and become your hero. You get excited, he's your hero, but he was acting a script given to him to act. Hello? So they had a crew. They were all gathered together. They were told the role they were going to play. Everybody had his own role. And they gathered together. When it was section for this one, he said, action, cut. They played their role. They finished and the scene was gone. Another scene came. Because the early stage of the producer that brought the idea, he already gathered everything and he produced it according to the way he wanted it. There is a movie called Life. And you are now playing your role on stage of life. And you were gathered before time. Because there is something that the Bible says that we were with God from the foundation of the earth. When God thought about creating earth, you were there. Because he's a spirit, you're also a spirit. And because spirit is inside spirit, spirit came out of spirit. And when spirit came out of spirit, are you hearing what I'm saying? And the source of spirit is called love. That's why what you're looking for is to be loved. If you have a student that is not doing well, that is a boy, put a girl that he likes, you will see he will perform well. Because like attracts like. There is a source of partnership that will make you fulfill your assignment. And your partner's already on earth. When you find them, you get attracted to them. The biggest attraction, the law of attraction, the biggest law of attraction on earth is called love. That's why you heard her say that the thinking process creates the vibration that attracts what you need. Oh. So stop thinking that somebody else have the solution to what you need. Every time that you hear of a problem, you were supposed to get excited. Why? Because every problem have a seed inside it that has the solution. If you want an orange juice, you can only get it from what? An orange. Am I communicating? Orange will always produce an orange juice. Do you know that it doesn't matter who presses the orange, it will produce an orange juice. Whether it's an adult that squeezes it or a child, what will come out is an orange juice. If you use a machine to press it, what will come out is an orange juice. It doesn't matter what the pressing looks like. What is inside is what is inside. And I want to tell you, it doesn't matter what is pressing in you in life. Whatever you will produce is based on what you've allowed inside of you. You cannot produce what you have not put inside. As a man thinketh, so is he. So when you have a realization and understanding that you are loved, and you play the role of understanding what it means to love yourself, by getting a good relationship with the source of love himself, and you begin to receive the nourishment of love to yourself, and you begin to love yourself. There's a part of the scripture that says that those that know their source, God, those that know God, whenever you hear God, means love. Hello? Because the summary of God is love. Whether you like to hear it or not, that's your problem. You see what I teach you here? I teach it to politicians. I teach it to heads of state, prime ministers. I say it everywhere. Because whether you like it or not, there are things that people cannot explain. It's the force of energy that even scientists are now confused. They know that is more powerful than bomb. The highest bomb on earth is called love. Because when love enters a place, it takes care of hatred. When love enters a place, it takes care of selfishness. When love enters a place, it takes care of unforgiveness. Love is so powerful that it can break any barrier in any place. A community might be fighting, but when love comes in, they begin to embrace themselves and greet themselves as if nothing happened. Love is the greatest force on earth, and you can only express it when you know it. When you come in contact with it, you can only become it. When you become it, you do what it says. You can only live the life of what you know. Those that know their God shall be and do. There is the knowing, there is the becoming, and there is the doing. It's a natural process. You can learn and learn and learn and learn. If you don't become, you cannot be. And you cannot do. Am I communicating? You can know all that you want to know. But if you don't become one with what you know, you cannot produce the result of what you know. Am I communicating? So just simply to say, like I said, it's an introduction. Just to let you understand, as I believe that I have proven to you, that you are a spirit. And this spirit, doesn't matter what happens, can be 10 years old, can be 15, can be 20, can be 100. It takes different forms and different shapes. It's in you, and that's the real. Do you know when I say my name is, who is saying that? There is, my name is my body here. But there is something inside that is saying something about me. Hello? Hello? I said my name is, my name. I am. There is, I'm here, but I am saying about me. The me in me is talking about me. You're seeing me, but you don't know me. But the me in me introduces me. Oh, God. So it is the you in you that is the real you. Oh, man. Is this, are you okay? You see, so many of you are waiting for miracles. You're waiting to pray for this. You're waiting to pray for that. This is the biggest miracle that can happen to you. Once your mind opens to understand who you are, you're flying. You are an eagle, you're not a chicken. Stop behaving like a chicken and become the eagle that you are. Fly as high. Eagle go beyond the storm. They actually ride with the storm. You are supposed to be right. Listen, so many of you, I'll talk about that tomorrow. Man of God, I thank you. God bless you. I love you all. God bless you. We will continue tomorrow. So invite people. If you want everybody to change, invite your friends, invite your families. Let us change our mindset and take this Ebony. You see, I love Ebony. So many of you might not know. I've been to Ebony. I came here not too long ago. Right? I was invited. And I came. I met you with your governor. I came here. I love this state. And the funny thing is that my good friend, who is like a brother to me, that connected me, he loved this. He actually said that he almost feels that when he dies, they should come and bury him in Ebonyi. That's what he said. He's not from Ebonyi. But he loves Ebonyi, that he's ready to be buried in Ebonyi. That's how much we love this state. So I cannot make the kind of impact I'm supposed to make in Ebonyi if I don't genuinely love Ebonyi. I'm not here to make you feel good. I can be anywhere I want to be in the world. I'm a Canadian. Hello? I'm first a Nigerian. Hello? You see, I'm originally from a place called somewhere. the most beautiful place. And then I was actually sent to be assembled in Nigeria. And when they assembled me, because I knew who I was told that the whole world is my marketplace. So when I came here, I was assembled here in Nigeria, and then I realized that the world is my marketplace. I was exported to the rest of the world. But still yet, I always remind people where I was assembled, the beautiful country called Nigeria. The best country in the world is called Nigeria. And there is no place in the world you will go that being a Nigerian, anywhere you go in the world, you find Nigerians, they dominate. There is a domination spirit within us. That's one thing we know very well. But sometimes we don't understand how to manage what we dominate. But we are about to change it. I say we're about to change it. Your willingness to change will create the ability for the change you're looking for. Let me say that again. Your willingness to change will create the ability for the change you're looking for. God bless you.
Let's give a big God bless you to Doc again. Okay. We're going to wrap it up here now. For me, the main thing is going to happen tomorrow morning. So not even tomorrow afternoon. We'll be back here in the afternoon. And then that's 1 p.m. Make sure you come with your friends. If you are a leader of a business here, get your team to come. You are a leader of any establishment, get your team to come. But tomorrow morning, I'm going to be having a very serious executive leadership masterclass with them. So I've been thinking of where, maybe, but we have your data. I'm sure we have your data. If you didn't write your name, make sure you have your name and your number on the statistics document so we can SMS you this night. If I'm able to think of a place now, I'll just tell you. So what do you think about, maybe Blossom Height? If they have a good hall here, we can use Blossom. A more conducive place, the air condition working. I don't know why these ones are shut down, but a place where there's good lighting, there's good projector and all that is for leaders alone. All the Pristine Hills leaders, you see me, immediately we close this stuff. And other leaders here who want to be part of it, maybe we'll just take 50 people so we can deal with some things. Dr. Charlie started a talk on mindset. This is the foundation for leadership. This is the foundation for everything. Everything. Until a change happens within, we cannot make any change without. That's why the first set of people that Moses brought out of Egypt couldn't enter the promised land. It was a thinking problem they had. A mindset problem. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Doc, do you know when we were doing mobilization for this program, we didn't do billboards and all that actually. We did more of online, publicity and mobilization. I heard people telling us things like, how much are they going to share when they come? They are Canadians, so they should come with money and share to us. And then others were saying, are they going to cook food and all that? One of my daughters was even telling me, sir, if you don't bring money and you don't bring, incentives that will make people come, nobody is going to. I said, that's the problem. I'm not going to be part of that. That's been the trend. So, governor wants to do a program now. That's what they do, sir. That's what they do. They will share money, share food, share biscuit, and people will come. They are interested in that biscuit. They are interested in that juice. They are interested in the food. So that's what the problem over the years here have been. The stomach infrastructure problem. And then the mind is actually hungry. Even hungrier than the belly is. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 4, he said, man shall not live by bread alone. He said, but by every word that proceedeth. I'm a product of word. This whole world you see is a product of word. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 3 said, for by faith we know that the world was framed by what? The words of God. Everybody you see is a product of word. Can you imagine a child that was born, a novice, like I have a little baby now. She can't speak English now. She's tender. She's growing. If I ask her anything about medicine now, she doesn't know. Well, maybe she wants to be a medical doctor as she grows. What is going to make her a medical doctor? There's no amount of breeze you blow on her that will make her become a doctor. It's the words she sits under consistently for years. She's going to finally learn how to speak English language. What is going to make her learn how to speak English language is words. This heaven and earth you see was created, it was framed by words. The problem we have here is that we don't place value on truth. And that's what I'm trying to change here. And I'm not going to compromise the standard. We're not going to share any money anywhere. That trend is shutting down. Imagine, sir, talking to even student union government. You talk to NANS executives, you talk to SUG executives. That's their language. I asked a senior comrade, I said, get me all the comrades to be here. He said, Rev, you know the problem we're going to have is that they're going to ask us, how much are you people going to share? Are they stipends and all that? And these are people who are going to be leaders of Nigeria. We are battling with corruption in this current experiment of leadership. We are battling with all kinds of incompetence in this current leadership disposition or whatever we have. And then the younger generation, where we are thinking there's hope coming from, has more problems to deal with now. But there's hope, sir. That's why we are going to burn our lives to right these problems. So tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., we'll send you the venue. I know Dr. Carlo and Dr. Charlie, they are passionate people. They love this place. They love Africa. They love Nigeria. They are highly passionate. If not, they won't be here. So we'll take a few hours tomorrow morning and digest on something. Then we'll come back 1 p.m. and then have the larger audience. And if God says we should even continue there, maybe we'll continue there and not even come back here. Because there are a few things that are not in place here, like the cooling system. Look at the guests are sweating. It's the same mindset thing we're talking about, you know. But not to worry, I won't take it beyond that. Let's leave it at that level. How many of you have been blessed in this meeting? You've been really blessed. Tomorrow we have more resource persons flying into town. So get ready for tomorrow. It's also going to be mind-boggling. All of the resource persons you see, they will be here live. All of them are here already. So make sure you don't miss any of that session. And that's why I want to carve a special session again for them. So that because they can't pour out in this, you see the time limitation we have. They will take that morning and pour more. Then when we come in the afternoon, they do more. And then we can maximize that. And then we'll sit down and structure some things so that the next time they are coming, if possible, we do a statewide program. If possible, use the stadium and jam it. You see the kind of crusade I'm looking forward to now is Mental Revolution Crusade. The kind of crusade where you don't need to cajole people to come because there's going to be healing of the sick. There's going to be raising of the dead. There's going to be healing of the cripples. All that is good. But as good as it is called children's bread. Listen, in 2 Chronicles chapter 7, God said, if my people who are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn away from their wicked ways, is I will hear from heaven, I'll forgive their sins, and I'll do what? Heal their land. There's another scripture where the Bible talks about healing is children's bread. So there are two kinds of healing. One is healing for the individual, and number two is healing for a whole nation. Is healing for a whole land. Is healing. That's the one I want. I told God, I want to go beyond this ability to lay hands on the sick and they recover. I want to now know how to lay hands on a boy, so a boy can recover. I want to know how to lay hands on Nigeria, so Nigeria can recover. I want to learn the skills of laying hands on Africa, and Africa gets recovered. That's what we are doing in this dispensation. Most of us who are priests, this is what God is doing. And I want to challenge those of you who have something to do with ministry. That's the new order now. It's beyond just this grace dimension. If you hear Dr. Kalu, you see he's a balanced man. He has the grace side. He has the truth side. Unto us a child is born. We have many children in the faith in Nigeria. We now need to raise sons who carry government. He said, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be on his shoulder. What is the secret for turning a child into a son? Is training. When Jesus was going back to be with the Father, he said, now go ye therefore. That was the last instruction he gave. Into all the world, and make disciples of what? All nations. And now added, teaching them to observe all things that I've commanded you. This is the missing link in the body of Christ. That's why I took a note. I said, oh, the crusades where you do, because they bring the fast money. I know. They bring the fame faster. And I can do that also. It doesn't take me anything to do a supernatural spree, do a supernatural conference, take out, and then, mesmerize their minds with all kinds of mind-boggling miracles. Dr. Kalu does a lot of that too. If he flows in the supernatural, you know he's a priest, but you see a priest who is a Daniel. You see Dr. Charlie, she's a priest, but you see a priest who is an Esther. We need Deborahs now. We need Daniels. We need Josephs. Where God is taking Africa to now is where you're going to have a convergence of priesthood and kingship hitting the society. A time is coming, and we are living there, where you won't have any governor again who is going to sit on a throne without combining these two. You're going to have full-fledged priests. Why will you be a priest? Because priesthood is a foundation for kingship. Priesthood deals with the altar, but kingship deals with the throne. Somebody hear what I'm saying? Take these things we have done or we are doing with you serious. Take it serious. A new era has come. And we will not stop on this. We are not slowing down. We'll fire another one. After this conference, maybe it's them that would, I am ready to fire another one. Even next month. Maybe this time we scatter billboards all over the city and then do some mind-boggling adverts and get even more people to come and hear these truths. I'm ready. I'm not slowing down on this. Somebody called me from Delta State, Warisa, and he said, sir, this mind shift you're doing, can you bring it to Delta State? He said, we have children of 14 years, 13 years, 15 years who are getting pregnant. Young girls. He said, it's the trend all over the place now. Young children. He said, young boys in secondary schools, young boys in, university and all. In fact, university is too far. Secondary school, even down to primary school, are getting initiated into cult groups now. He says the trend. Visionlessness, there's purposelessness, aimlessness. People don't know what they want in life. Young people, you ask them, what's your vision? They can't tell you nothing. And then they all go to church. That's the funny part of it. They all go to church. On Sunday, everywhere is full. And the question is, what curriculum does churches have to raise people? You just bombard them with all kinds of confusion, bombard them with all kinds of things. There's no teaching on vision. There's no training on character. There's no training on system. Nothing like that is going on. And then we are reaping this harvest of confusion everywhere. This is what is crying in my heart. So we're going to have the opportunity where you come to the stadium in this boy here, and there's going to be crowd everywhere, inside out. And then we are going to be healing the land. We're going to be rectifying issues, system building, how to transform a nation. That's what I cry out for now. And we're already getting there. God bless you, and God bless you, and God bless you. And a big God bless you to our resource person. God bless you to, I wish I had all the data, all the names. I would have introduced everybody here. But we even have senior officers from the road safety who are here. Thank you, sir, for coming. Thank you, sir, for coming all the way from Abah. He came all the way from Umwa here this morning to be part of the program. And so many other persons who are here from far and near. God bless you. See you tomorrow. 8 a.m. If you can make it, just give us your name and your phone number. Hello, sir. Please, anybody out there, get a paper, get a pen. They will give us their name, phone number if you're making it for 8 a.m. so we can contact you, and let you know the venue. And those of you who cannot come, 1 p.m. on the dot will take off. Let's stand on our feet and pray and close the meeting.